we got some
Q&A today.
Oh, yep, Q&A. Got a few things here we're going to answer for our guests and our friends that we hope we can answer correctly.
Yes.
I think we'll be okay. Good to get that.
Okay. The first question, how do you get your mail?
We have a mail service through Escapees out of Livingston, Texas. It runs us, I think it went up on the prices here lately, about $11 a month. And they're there to answer you. They're 8 to 5 o'clock, 5 days a week. And they call them up and tell them where we're at. And they'll send it basic mail, priority mail, FedEx. You have several choices how you want to get it. And snail mail is the cheapest way. And sometimes it takes the longest. So you know that. But usually we use general delivery at a local post office.
Yep.
In fact, we picked up mail today.
And, you know, I mean, just because we use Escapees doesn't mean everybody does. Some people use the service in South Dakota and get their mail there and have it delivered the same way, general delivery. Yeah. Some people have it sent to family members and have it also forwarded to a post office near them.
General delivery is usually the way.
Exactly.
There are postal service centers throughout the nation.
Yes.
Every state has mail service centers, or you can get a mailbox, and they used to have one in Lake Havasu. People got mail there. It was a monthly fee, I think, of $20 a month, and they would have their mail sent to wherever they were at. Different places, different prices. That's just the way it is. Escapees is one of the most, travel user friendly, cheapest, and it's worked pretty good for us. We've been doing it for since 2014.
We'll be full time July the 7th of this year for 9 years.
Wow, 9 years. Don't seem like it. Anyway, next question.
Okay, this one's kind of odd, but we're going to answer it anyway. Are you going to add a dryer like in the little rig?
In this fifth wheel? In this fifth wheel, no.
No.
We stay out mostly on public lands, and we're out west where it's dry. We just, and back east, everything's pretty close,
Right.
And back out here now, it's different, but the air's different.
Exactly.
The air dries your clothes out pretty quick. So we're just going to stay with the way we got this one, with the washing machine and no dryer.
Yeah. Okay, the next one is Starlink. How hard is it to hook up Starlink, honey?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm wore out by the end of the day.
Not really. I can hook up the Starlink myself.
Actually, we have our portable cable to our router inside here above the desk. We have an access hole that's portable. It has a cover that shrinks it down. And I run the line outside. I take the antenna out of the box around my storage area around the side there, and roll it out and point it. And I got a pole to put it on if I need to do that. If I'm worried about somebody coming up to take it,
right?
I can put it up on the pole. That's the hardest part. It takes both of us because she helps me. I don't like trying to climb up the ladder by myself. Usually we have it up and running in about
5 minutes.
Well, actually 10 minutes maybe.
If that.
I don't want to make it sound too quick because we've done it so many times. It's just pop it in, pop it out, we're up.
Yeah,
done.
Exactly.
And it don't take long.
And it doesn't weigh a ton, y'all. It does not.
It's not. Me personally, it's one of the easiest things I've ever seen to set up. That's my own personal thing. I mean, I'm a working background. I'm not white collar. So doing that kind of thing's real simple and easy. But for a lot of people, I guess it's things I've seen on YouTube, they really have a hard time. Right. You can't set it up under trees. Don't work that way.
That's right. Or if you're in a campground, you really don't want another RVer blocking your view if you're going to put it on the ground. So that's why you have to have a pole.
Pole or just set it up on the roof.
Right.
But even that's too hard for a lot of people from what I see on the internet. So, that's the way it is. We're all a little different. We all are more accomplished than others. I got to say no more about that.
Okay. The next question, which I think is kind of odd, but we have some new subscribers now, so they're probably looking like, how can you do that? So the next question is, what is boondocking? Same thing as dry camping. No amenities. Right?
Correct. You are living unassisted.
Yes.
off the grid.
You're living unattached.
Yeah, you're not in a campground. We don't do many campgrounds.
No.
And we don't do free parks a lot. We run up on them, but sometimes if there are too many shady people staying at free city parks that are free, we don't hang around. You have those. It's the thing about it, you'd be surprised at the kinds of people that show up when something's free. That's even boondocking. I mean, you do run into those, but hey, you run the same thing at the campground.
Exactly.
And you're paying for that. At least here, I'm not out there. I'm not paying. I can get up and load my stuff and move.
Yeah.
If they got a barking dog or something, and I don't want to hear it, you know. Those are the common practices that all of us run into in a campground or a husband and wife that are fighting. We have all kind of instances where we've seen a lot of stuff out here. Even boondocking, we had a couple pull up. They were about 50 yards from us, which is fine, 50, 100 yards, but they were having fights.
Yeah.
That was when we was in courtside one
yeah.
time. But, you know, you just don't know. It's the way it is. It's free for all out here.
Something like that happens, the safest thing to do is just hook up and move.
Yeah, if it's really bothering you, we didn't leave. Those people finally fought enough. Third day they were gone. They left.
Okay, the next question. What do you need to boondock?
Well, I mean, you got to use some common sense here. You need probably extra water.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes boondocking areas aren't like graded campgrounds and parking lots. They're not level.
Yeah.
So you've got to get you some, I have some 4x6 timbers that I use. And some people make their own blocks. They'll get wood blocks and they'll cut them with fiberglass, or they'll buy their blocks.
Mm-hmm.
But blocking and having extra water and probably a small generator if you don't have the solar that we have. We still have a generator backup.
And that was our next question. What do we have when we boondock?
Oh,
because we do it all the time.
I keep over 100 gallons of water on station. I have an extra bladder. I'll fill that up. If there's not going to be no water where I'm going, if I'm going like in Quartzsite, if you're going to be down to Kofa or someplace like that, you're going to be 10, 15, 20 miles out or 30 miles out. Usually I'll take extra water with me, so I've only got to make 1 or 2 trips in to get water. And a lot of times you're limited by the amount of stay time. See, most places is either 14 or 16 days. Mm-hmm. But
some are only 3 or 4.
Some are only 3 or 4. In that case, I'm usually not going to drive that far out unless it's something I really want to see.
Yeah.
Usually we're looking for a 10 to 16 day period to stay. Mm-hmm. And that's how we kind of set up our operation. We have enough water to last us 15 to 20 days.
Exactly. Plus, we have solar.
And I recommend having paper plates.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Because you can usually have a campfire. In most cases, you can have a campfire and get rid of all the extra paper.
Yeah.
It's easier to get rid of paper than it is to waste water washing dishes.
Right. But the other thing we have that helps us with our boondocking is we have a lot of solar and batteries.
That's for sure, yeah. We're set up to be off-grid.
So how much solar do we have?
2,100 watts of solar panels, and we have 3 SOK 209 amp hour batteries, which is 3 nines are 20, that'd be 627 amp hours of battery storage. Yeah.
And we have a composting toilet.
Yeah, so we're trying to stay out longer.
Exactly.
And you can do it with the regular toilet too. Don't let everybody tell you can't do it with the regular toilet.
Right. You just have to.
You got to manage your water usage. That's the key.
Yep, that is totally the key.
Managing water usage is the key for boondocking, because food stuff you can take with you, but water usage is key. I would say that water usage and power usage when you're out boondocking. And if you have solar and you have a composting toilet, that just gives you longevity. We've actually went from some places. We've been out. Example would be Loa,
right?
Because you can get water there at the cement plant. They ask for donations. They don't charge anything. Or in town at the service station.
Yeah. And
that's about 12 miles away. And they got a little grocery store there. And that's the kind of thing we like. We like low key, low profile, and pure beauty. The places we go is just beautiful. And
this place here in Texas, I don't know what the limit is here.
From what I say, there's people that's been here for 6 months.
Yeah.
They come here from Canada, and it's a free city park, and they have water, trash, free showers, flushing toilets here, and it's a big open area. And all around you can get, they have water spigots where you can go get you some water.
Yeah.
So
And they have dumpsters.
Yeah, that's what I said. They had
Oh,
trash.
okay.
They have dumpsters here.
And
Next question.
next question. Well, they wanted to know how long we stay in one place, but we just answered that.
I told you that one. Yeah, it kind of runs together sometimes.
How do you find these free campsites?
We use iOverlander, freecampsites.net, the Dyrt,
Campendium,
and references from people that send us. What's that thing you get on your phone? You get messages. What's it called?
Messenger?
Or Facebook or whatever.
Yeah, Facebook.
Texting. You get some.
Yeah.
Yeah, people will text. Oh yeah, if you're here, they'll see our channel and then we get a text.
Right.
Oh yeah, you can go here. There's a free camping place.
Word
here.
of mouth is what he's trying to get.
Yeah,
to,
word of
y'all.
mouth, something like that. I just woke up a little while ago. I'm not sleeping. I ain't awake yet.
Okay.
I slept too hard for that 15, 20 minutes.
So,
He said I was out for an hour.
Well, the longest we've ever stayed anywhere is in Quartzsite because you can buy the pass for $180 and stay in 7 different areas. You can keep moving around.
Well, some people do it to winter over in Quartzsite, and
right?
There's areas you can move around in that part of the area, that southwest part of the area.
Yeah.
And use your permit to stay as long as you want within that 7-month period. So that's great. I would recommend anybody try that. But it's like anything else. You want to do some different things, other things
Right.
on the venue, and it's a great place to go and chill out in the winter and save some money.
That's a fact. And they have all kinds of fun stuff there to do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, and the last question is funny because I think we've just answered it. Why don't you stay in campgrounds?
We just don't care for them.
No, they're too close together.
And they're really expensive.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, "Oh, $30 ain't nothing." We know people out here spend $70, $100 a night to camp.
Yeah.
If that's what your needs are, then have at it. Our needs aren't that way. We invested. We've invested to be away from the campgrounds.
Exactly.
Because they're noisy, they're close, and when I walk out my door, I don't care about seeing somebody else's sewer tank.
Right at my front door.
Right at my front door by my picnic table.
Exactly.
And I just think that a lot of campgrounds, if they have any serious fires or anything, there'll be a bunch of our rigs burning up because they're so close.
Seriously.
Some places we've been, it's been no more than 10 feet apart.
I mean, you can't. Well, the last time we were in a campground was recently when we went to see our kids.
Yep, we stayed on.
And we put the slide out. And how much space did we have? About that much space till we hit the power pole.
There's an information pole there with a lot sign. I was parked on a lot, best I could be, but they had so much junk in the way.
Exactly.
It is what it is. People love camp. That's camping to them.
Well, yeah.
And we love state parks and stuff, and we love but we don't.
We like them to be spread out.
We like for them to be spread out. We like wide open spaces.
And we like Corps of Engineer parks.
Oh, they're outstanding. If you're going to stay in parks, that's the way to go. Army Corps.
And you don't have to be in the Army or the military to use them.
Right. And like I say, not all parks are bad. Don't take me wrong about that.
Right.
But from what we've seen, we like, we pull into parks, it's nothing but a gravel parking lot.
Yeah.
To me, that's not camping. That's not our lifestyle. Our lifestyle is about on BLM lands, then the rivers and the canyons and
exactly.
Where they have trails, stuff to go really do. Then there's lots of RV parks. That's all you do is sit right there in that park.
True.
And some people, that's their idea of camping.
Yes.
And that's fine. For us, we want a little bit more.
Exactly.
So
our kids came out Christmas to visit us.
Yep.
And they had just bought a new fifth wheel. Well, their fifth wheel was back at the military base where he's stationed. Right. But when they came out, this was the first time they had ever boondocked. They fell in love with it.
Yep.
They absolutely had a good time.
Mm-hmm. And it's a lot of fun.
It is.
It's just you got more privacy, and you can, and hopefully the area here, we're all spread out here. We're 75, 80 feet from each other. We could be further apart if we wanted to be, or we'd be closer.
Exactly.
But our circle's about right for us. There's 3.
Yeah.
We're in kind of a horseshoe.
Yeah.
So it works good. And like I say though, there's a few things you got to have to do this, and if you got them, you're good. But campgrounds we don't care for. We use them when we go back east. And they don't have free public lands.
Right. Right.
But,
very few free camping anywhere.
but they're here and there, but there's not a whole lot.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
Florida's got a few free camp areas.
Well, they have the water management
districts that you can use. Get online to do that.
A lot of states have that though now. Tennessee has some, I know. South Carolina.
They don't have many.
North Carolina
that
doesn't.
I know of. That's just something they didn't think about in the design of their state, is offering any kind of out for people just to have a nice place to go without taking money from you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's the way the world is.
That's it.
That's the way it runs. That's the system.
Well, that was all of our questions.
Yeah, I hope that was good for y'all.
So if you have any more, just leave them in the comments and we'll get to them.
Okay. Take care.
All
God
right.
bless.
Bye. Have a good night.